See what happens. Okay. I don't see it being live on my side, but we'll just go ahead and start talking anyway. Hey everybody, it's Joker from Players Wanted. With me, of course, is Battery from Assault and Battery Airsoft, and also from Echo for the totally awesome cast, aka Thumper. One of the best plays I've seen in Airsoft so far, where I got taken out by her allowing to walk two enemies right up to me. Great job. So, what we're going to do here tonight is something happened over the last couple of days that really sparked some of our ire, or some of us just saying, haha, we knew it was coming. But Raptor Airsoft. Raptor Airsoft announced that they had been shut down, that they have to wait until a hearing on August 11th. And since that announcement came out, let's just say there's been a little bit of some controversy and stuff going on. So we're going to talk about a little bit about that tonight. So first and foremost, all right, let's talk a little bit about Airsoft, a little bit about Raptor. For those of you who don't know, it's in D-Land, Florida. It's on 160 acres, pretty big AO, but unfortunately, the owners have some major problems. First off,
no real structures. It was just woods ball. Yeah, it was woods ball.
Yeah, it was pretty decent woods ball because of how large it is. But so let's talk about the positives of the field, right? It's a really big field. They had a couple of things out there. They had a couple of buses. They did have a couple of structures and areas out there. And I don't know, it was just a wide open field. So a wide open AO, which was really great for playing a large scale event out there. But that's I guess where a lot of the positives end. Does anybody else have any positive? And some of the refs that were there were really cool. Like Cass was really cool until she no longer worked there. Anybody else have some positives to talk about?
Well, we're gonna leave her. We're gonna leave her last because she knows everything positive. I'm kidding. No, the one positive, yes, it is large, 160 plus acres. It's really woods ball. There was an area where they had a bunch of tires and stuff like that. I guess you can call that the Mount Town or CQB Town or whatever. The really cool stuff was that the roadway or the dirt roads were big enough to get virtually a tank through. So if you had an airsoft event where vehicles are really involved, like somebody's trying to make, that field will be perfect, Joker, for the battle bus.
It would. That field has a ton of potential. So just to let you guys know, I am watching the chat on YouTube. I am watching the chat on TikTok, which is here. We're doing something a little bit interesting with that. So thanks everybody that's tuning in so far. David Ruiz, Clutch and Such, and Megan Brown.
That's Sentinel of Airsoft, Davin.
Davin, whatever. Yep. I'm reading fast. Okay, you see, I got glasses. You see this?
Hold on. Sentinel of Airsoft.
Random trash guy. I learned airsoft like everybody else. I went out to the field for the first time. All right. Hey, now it's Sentinel of Airsoft. Okay. Yep. So, pretty much what happened was there was a big announcement that Raptor Airsoft got shut down. When that announcement came out, I made a post saying, I guess that's karma for being homophobic, having
a comment to a post, yeah.
Oh yeah, comment to a post. Yeah. I did not start the post. I didn't start it. I just cracked down. Homophobic, had racist flags out on the field. There was just a lot of stuff that was going on. The field is dangerous in some parts. They had open pits in the field that was like 15, 20 feet down. If you fell, you weren't climbing out of that. You all right?
I picked up the piece of crap Hudson. The magazine wasn't seated correctly, and it fell right into my, where. Ow.
Thank you for saying astonishing, tremendous, and I'm loved. Thanks, guys, on TikTok. Let me just redo this so that way I'm looking in the right direction when I go to do stuff. All right. So, Cass used to be an actual ref on the field, and we're going to let her say some of her piece on there. But the stuff that I witnessed on the field was pretty horrific. So, Cass, why don't you tell a story? Tell us what happened with your employment at Raptor Airsoft. And everybody, just to
Okay.
make sure it's clear, this is not really meant to be like, we're not going to sit there bash anybody for their religious beliefs or anything else. We're only going over the facts of what's wrong with Raptor Airsoft and why they should not reopen. So,
Okay. So I actually started playing at like Raptor. Like the first time I ever played Airsoft was at Raptor. And so, I instantly fell in love with the field. I fell in love with the people, the groups that were there that came out. I made a lot of really close friends just immediately. And so that's why I kept going back. And so eventually, I got close enough with Juan, and he always treated me with a lot of respect. And there was a time where I stopped going and playing for a little bit to catch up with schoolwork because, like, that's just life comes first, right? So then I came back, and he invited me to become a ref for them because they just removed a previous ref from his position like that day that I was there. And so I mentioned that I was looking for jobs and stuff, and then he just offered. So of course I took it because I was able to work and play doing something that I love and have a passion in, and get to hang out with people that I love. So it was a perfect opportunity. And during my time there, I was, I guess, like, I don't want to like talk myself up because that would be like, I guess, like really selfish, but like I was commended for a lot of the jobs that I did, and a lot of people like enjoyed what I had to offer as a referee. But the main show, I guess, of the reffings came from the two other head refs. Um, so the other refs like kind of like helped me, and I kind of helped them. So it was a mixed position, right? And so just randomly one day, I guess we had one incident per se, where the truck that we bring players out onto the like backfields got caught into the woods. I wasn't driving at the time; I was sitting in the passenger seat. But I did help, like, I guess, like bring the players back and stuff. So we weren't like in trouble, I guess, over that situation, and nobody really said much. Juan didn't say anything. Alcira didn't really say much. They just said, okay, we'll stop using the truck for a little bit now on. And so that was really the only thing that I could have guessed that would, like, I guess, have motivated them to go forth with the firing. Um, but otherwise, I get a phone call one night. I don't remember the date. I can look it up in my records later on if we need fact check. But yeah, Juan called me and he was like, "We're gonna have to let you go in 2 weeks. You can finish out these last 2 weeks with us." And I was like, "Okay, may I ask why? May I have some reasoning?" And I was lucky that he did give me some reasoning in the end of the thing, like at the end of the day, because in the state of Florida, you don't have to, like, the employer does not have to provide a reason of like getting fired. So when I asked, he was like, we would prefer it to have a stronger male presence on the field, which it definitely, as a female, a younger female, that kind of hurts your ego a little bit, like especially in a like a position of leading, like, I guess, other men around, because it's the stigma type stuff, so then after that, when I asked, I was like, hey, like, is that out of a discriminatory like thought or action? He did get like a little aggressive and begin to like list off different things that could have potentially been to it. But eventually I just kind of like hung up and let it go. And I texted Alcira later on, which she also screenshotted and sent into the private Airsofters of Florida group under the comment chain that Mark was also commenting on.
We're going to discuss that. And
Yeah.
Which you are an admin of, aren't you?
I am an admin of, just as of recently. And so she commented, the screenshot of me saying, "Thank you for the opportunity to work with your repping staff. I really appreciate you and your kindness, as well as your fathers for asking to hire me and stuff." And her response was also kind as well. There was no negative feedback from any of that. There were, however, different rumors that I heard from other players over the things that they were telling other players about what happened. A lot of the times, those rumors, like, I guess they weren't true, and they were kind of horrible things. But I'm not going to get into those because those are more private conversations that I had with those people. but it was definitely not the most respectful of response.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I'm going to tell you, as somebody that's that owns a company and everything else, actually I own a couple, that the respect that you gave after being terminated for not having a strong enough presence on the field was absolutely phenomenal, and
I appreciate
very commendable, because that is what a professional does. Thank you for the opportunity. On my merry way. So to catch up for people that are just tuning in, we were talking about what happened at Raptor Airsoft, their recent closing, and the reaction from the owner to all the criticism that the field has had. So piggybacking off of what you said, I heard specifically, even at Northern Watch said that some of Juan's comments of that, specifically the comment I heard is that a woman has no place to order a man around. That's specifically what I heard him say. Now, I know that's not a rumor. That's direct conversation that I heard from him. And it always made me shake my... At that point, I resolved that I was not going to come back to Raptor Airsoft ever again, because first off, I mean, the homophobia that they exhibited was pretty extreme. Banning anybody that had a rainbow flag was, and they were going to ban everybody that showed up with a patch on until somebody else stepped in and said, "Oh no, you're not. We're not about to lose our event because you have problems. You made your bed. Now you're going to sleep in it." So, but huge amount of kudos for the professionalism that you shown by saying, "Hey, I'm still gonna say thank you for the opportunity." Second thing, for her to sit there and turn around and try to use that as an argument that for whatever reason now you were happy then, but you're not happy now. Well, everybody can evaluate what they look at, a situation that happened like months later. Like, holy crap, that was extremely sexist for them to fire me.
Hey, real quick, what flare gun incident? Who knows about that?
I know a little bit about it because I had a few friends that were involved. So I guess at an event that happened in the past, somebody decided that it was okay for them to use a flare gun. I believe it was Juan. I can double check the story later on with those friends, but I believe they allowed somebody to use a flare gun to fire it off as like a signal for the milsim, as a part of the milsim, and it eventually passed somebody and lit some things on fire.
So you're telling me that person shot it this way, or did he shoot it?
He shot it that way.
Instead of shooting it up, they were shot straight.
Yeah, horizontally, past people.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Now, as far as we're aware, folks, that is a rumor unless somebody else has some documented knowledge on it.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely. Well, the only reason why I ask is somebody named Hype. Imagine that his name is Hype, hyping up the chat live. Asked about that. This is what I gotta say about Raptor. Her argument was that the field belongs to them. They're the owners of the field, so they can do whatever they want. So I think that's true to a certain extent. Just like I was explaining, I was telling you, Kaz, when you rent or when somebody's renting your property to do an event, you shouldn't butt your nose in there unless it's an emergency or an accident, or to sell your gear. So hey, come check out our store, Raptor Airsoft, over there where we got air and blah 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 blah. But to preach and to say sermons during gameplay or during the off time or whatever the case may be, and do what and did what he did, that's a big no-no in my book. You should never force people your beliefs, force people your onto them. I think that's wrong.
Well, there's definitely something to be said about when you rent your field to somebody to host an event, you're not supposed to dictate their event unless you're paying people to ban people, essentially. So I don't know. It always seemed weird. The racist flag thing was one thing that really threw me off because obviously, one and I don't even know how do you say her name, Cass?
Alcira.
Alcira?
Alcira.
We might as well call her Al Jazeera because she's a terrorist in my book.
Trump, yes, that is a pretty decent HK 416 is a pretty decent gun to start with. So when I got on the field, one of the first things I noticed is that there was a Confederate flag flying, and there was also a Keck flag flying further back when we did the walkthrough of the field.
You talking about that green one?
Huh?
You talking about the green one with the 4Ks?
Yep. So there was two of those on there. One was a team flag that they use to troll people, but the other one was flying on a flagpole because I saw it when we were walking through doing our walkthrough. And it always seemed odd. I mean, I don't care about the Trump flags. Look, you can vote for whoever you want to. I really don't care. Whatever. That's not the problem. The problem is that having flags that were, severely racist is kind of concerning. And for them to have it on their field where a bunch of people at is also, I don't know, when you have young people there and everything else.
But hold on.
Is my point.
Right. But we also don't need him going with the microphone or the bullhorn, whatever he was using, and saying you have to be a conservative if you're on the left or whatever, you're wrong and a hypocrite. That he should have never. I remember this because I was sitting down on the benches where they have the little tents where you just hang out, and I remember him saying these things, like these negative things. Again, he should have never politicized, a game, especially
Cass,
a game.
You got a shout out from Daniel McKnight saying, "Cass."
Hi, Danny.
I'm a Republican. I'm what do you say? Register as a Republican. But what that man did, I'm not even going to call him by his name. I'm not even going to waste my breath with his name. But what he did, praying and doing the sermon and
saying liberals, he's going to kick their asses, liberals' asses right off their field.
And the whole thing with the homophobic things that he said, against the gays and stuff, that's a big no-no in my book. I mean, do you, boo-boo, but don't do it during a game.
Yeah, I can definitely. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I can definitely agree with that it's wrong to bring your personal beliefs and especially into a business setting. I understand where they're coming from, that it is their private property, and that they do own the property and they live there. So maybe the flags and stuff were just for them personally, but displayed in the wrong area. And I don't want to speak devil's advocate either, because, it's not right to, or I guess it's not morally right to fly such like racist flags, or flags that have a, I guess, racist connotation. That could be concerning to a lot of the players that they're bringing out onto the field. So otherwise, pertaining to sermons and his speeches and stuff, those were, he would do those during lunches and stuff. And there was really only one time or a few times, right? So when I first started playing, I was like, oh, this is kind of this is odd. I've never really witnessed anything like this before. But, eventually, because I was playing there so often and I knew Juan for who he was, and I knew that he was a kind-hearted, person, with, good intentions, this was just something that, he's letting us, play on his property. Just let him, talk and stuff. So, on a regular pickup game day, it was okay. I don't agree with the fact that he did it after renting his private property out. Because, saying. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but more people played, during the weekends than they do the event. So only a limited amount of people.
I have to respond to some of the guys here on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Aaron, Hype. I'm gonna answer. This is gonna be my answer to you guys for Hype, Aaron Molly, and Sentinel Airsoft. I understand freedom of speech. I understand it's their land, but they rented their land to an event host, somebody that's hosting an event.
Yeah.
So you as a field owner should only be there for emergency, if an accident happens, like if somebody falls on a pit, for example, or get hit by a vehicle or they get hurt, that's when the owner of the field. But going out there and giving the people like hype say, oh, you got the option. No, my guy, because I'm not from that religion. You know, I respect all religion, but I'm not going to an airsoft game to listen to the word of God. I'm going to airsoft game to start shooting people in the face. All right. So let's leave the religion at home. If it's a regular pickup game, he can do whatever the hell he wants. But if I was Doomsday and I'm renting a field and I see that shit happening, guess what? Termination. Something's gonna happen. You know, I'm probably never gonna use them again. My business will never go there again, et cetera, et cetera. I will probably have people get away from there and never go there because it's now. If you like that religion, if you're from that religion, hey, but we're not from that religion. Not all of us follow that same religion, so keep that away.
Yeah, and look, I don't care that he's religious and that he really did a sermon. It was the tone of which that he was the tone of the conversation that he was having was very hostile in nature. Now, mind you, I'm probably a minority on the field where I'm more liberal than most people that play airsoft. I'm fine with that. So I love the fact that in my squad, I'm the most liberal guy that's there, and they make fun of me about it all the time.
I'm probably the most conservative guy.
Yeah, so it's like, but we are able to have conversations and not fight and have problems. So by doing that, you alienate your player base, and alienation in a business is the last thing that you want to do. You want everybody to be there to play, have a good time, and want to come back. So I wouldn't call what he did was actually a sermon, just a rant. And he did a rant in the guise of using Jesus' name, which is not what Jesus was for. So moving on from that aspect of it, the justification to pretty much ban homosexuals from the field was not there. And I can understand that you might not believe in that lifestyle. The fact is, lifestyle's there. And you might think it's disgusting or whatever. You know, there's a simple solution to it. Don't have gay sex. Don't watch gay porn. Don't go to a gay wedding. All those things are out there. However, but to suddenly start banning people because they have a rainbow flag on, you don't even know what it's for. Perhaps that person's not gay, but a family member is, and they're showing support and solidarity so that with their family member or friend doesn't commit suicide, because that's the highest rate of suicides are in trans people. And
or maybe I want to wear a rainbow patch because the religion I follow, I'm a Druze. My family's from Lebanon. I'm Arabic, and the Druze flag, it's actually the rainbow colors, and I got a tattoo right here, my Druze star, which is green, blue, white, red, yellow. So it can be confused as a rainbow star. Skywalker, I totally agree with you, dude. Religion and politics have no place in airsoft, and that should stay away from airsoft.
Thanks, Skywalker, one of you liberals. I mean,
he also says, shout out to my airsoft liberal friends.
Yeah. So, you know, and the reason why we're mentioning these things, guys, is that we are going to get into like the nuts and potatoes of, or the, you know, meat and potato.
Nuts.
I know.
Really?
My mind is going to the correction. But the meat and potatoes of, you know, what happened after and what you should never do as a business owner. Period.
Yeah.
She's still thinking about the nuts and potatoes.
Hey,
how can you mess that up?
Because I like nuts in my potatoes does not make me a crazy guy, okay?
He went, what he left with that one. See what I did there?
Hey, if the sock's on. So Samuel, yes, Doomsday is going to be having an event in December. Whether it's at the prison or not remains to be seen. They should be making an announcement towards the end of the month or mid-August. So the problem I had was when I had a talk with she who shall not be named.
Did you see that comment?
Huh?
The Chick-fil-A comment from Daniel McKnight. Yes.
Well, that totally derailed everything. I like how Cass is like the only one that's like staying quiet, and she's like, oh God, what I get myself into? These guys are in trouble. So when I was standing there, she actually came up, not Cass, but she should not be named, came up to me and said, the homos have decided to destroy my business. And I'm like, the homos?
You hired one.
Oh, that was
How's that a drink smell there, battery? Oh,
old.
oh, oh God. So I'm listening to the rant and all that. I was like, and the thing is, she goes on to attack mode with anybody that she disagrees with. And it's like, maybe it's not the homos that are actually attacking you. Maybe it's the fact that you're being a horrible individual. So it goes down. And then finally, the safety of the field, which this is a big one, guys. You know, a lot of stuff that you can push off to the side with when it comes down to, political views, political agendas. I can sweep a lot of that under the rug. I can just be like, all right, I'm here to play. I'm here to have fun. You're a right wing nut job. Not that all right wing people are nut jobs, but she definitely is a far right wing nut job. When we were playing at Northern Watch, you have 500 people or so on or what was the actual number? Like 350 or something like that? 375?
I think so. It was like 175 on each side.
Yeah, and then plus staff and everything else. So let's just say it was like 350 people on the field. You have a pit that was literally at least 15 foot deep with sheer walls that if somebody would have fallen into, they were not going to be climbing.
Probably deeper at some points too.
What's that?
It's probably deeper at some points too, because he continued to excavate it, past that.
Yeah, I'm just going on what I saw at Northern Watch.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
On the trails, there was some random barbed wire that would be sticking out, on the trail. So it's like we found it going through a couple of the trails when we were trying to go through and really flank the tan team or the green team. So yeah, well, I'll get into that in a bit. Hype. So, and then the fact is that yet a lot of people have been asking to see their insurance policy, and nobody's seen their insurance policy. Also, when I was out there on the field, I saw a couple sites that looked like residue of dumping sites where they've dumped a bunch of stuff like street stuff and all that crap right next to pretty much a wildlife preserve.
Yeah, Ocala National Forest.
Yeah,
that surrounds their property.
Ocala National Forest. So you're dumping all this stuff on there, and then just today, about an hour and a half ago, I actually got a video sent to me from somebody who I don't know if they want to be named or not.
I wouldn't name them.
Of all their trash. What was that?
I would not put that name.
Yeah, don't keep names away.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah. I wasn't going to name them. I guess what happens is each time that they have an event or whatever, they take their trash to a pit and they bury it on the property, which is definitely against multiple regulations that are in just about every place possible, considering that their property has access to springs, and the last thing you want is something contaminating the spring water. So
the boys are saying that it's 60 feet with the fence.
Not the section we saw.
The one guy said
okay.
One guy said 25 feet.
Which okay, so what was the pit that you saw? Because I can probably tell you which I guess one it was. Because there's when you come into the main entrance of the field, right? To go onto the field, that big super big field.
I want to say it was back there by where Delta was, by right by
was it close to the parking lot?
Not really close to the parking lot. It was behind that sandy. Damn it! Here, I'll pull up. Let me pull up the video portion. It's where the Confederate flag was flying.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one's pretty deep. It was probably way more than 15 feet deep.
I thought it was right around roughly 25 feet deep. There was no way it was 60 feet deep. That if it would have been 60 foot deep, I would have been I would be having a field day with. I would have been recording and doing all sorts of stuff, saying, the water table is only about 25 foot down right there. But unless you're talking about inside the water being down that far.
Yeah.
That was the scary portion of it, because I can only imagine, especially when it was starting to get dark, and people coming off the field, if they didn't watch where they were going, some of the sidewalls were already collapsing in. Anybody could have fallen in there, and if they traveled by themselves.
I gotta ask this. All right, Hype, how tall are you, my guy? Because you're saying it's like 60, so you must be really short to. Yeah, no, that's pretty deep. That's deep.
Hold on, let me share my.
Oh, that's one of the refs said. Oh, the ref said that. I don't know. I don't know, my guy. All I know is that I stayed away from those damn pits.
Where the hell did I save it to? Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the I guess like structures as well have a lot of like nails hanging out of the side of them as well. That's another concern. That's, I guess, like, you know, a big pit's kind of avoidable. The like nails that are like hidden, and especially in overgrown areas, that's pretty dangerous.
You goddamn right. We clap green real good. And FC forever. Only for Doomsday events I play 10.
Yeah, same with us.
I play 10 at a lot of different spots. All right, let me just pull this up. Let me see. All right, guys. So just so you're aware, this is the first time I'm actually using this software to run the stream, so that might not work as we intend to, but we'll see.
What is it, Coke? All right, fine. Get up here. Say hi to everybody. Come on. Up.
There we go.
Come on. Up.
Can you all see it?
Yeah.
So I don't think that that's 60 feet deep.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not.
No, that's more like 20, 25.
Yeah.
Pit of Doom. I like your file name.
And there's the Confederate flag.
Which just to put my 2 cents out there, so there's not like some like, I guess, arguments in the chat. Like the Confederate flag has different meanings for other people, so they may have seen it more objectively than, you know, what the true meaning behind it is or the history behind it is. So just to keep that out of the comments.
Yeah, we're not going to. In the mindset of this day and age right now, that's not the main flag that I was calling a racist flag.
Okay.
The main racist flag actually is the Keck flag, which
is used by white nationalists. It's green and black and white, has 4 Ks, has an E in the center. It normally used to have the Germans used it with a swastika in the middle.
Yeah, but theirs was whoops.
Sentinel of Airsoft says it's 18 feet, and we should trust him because he's tall.
So, in the sense of the danger factor, especially if they don't have insurance, there's the stuff that I've read about it. If they have insurance, great. Provide proof of insurance. If you provide proof of insurance, it'll knock down that level of criticism that your company is operating illegally. To date, we have not seen an insurance policy, mostly because I don't think they have one. And that's a personal belief. It's not a statement of fact, so it's not slanderous or libelous. So why we decided to have this stream was pretty much the explosion that what a field owner or pretty much any business owner should never do. You should never go be attacked the way she did. Evidently, she decided to say that I was a racist, sexist, and I hate Jesus. First off, you're picking on the wrong guy because, I hate brown people too. That was like the big thing. So, obviously, if anybody follows me, knows me well enough, I've been fighting for, especially the kids that have been locked up in cages for the past couple of years. I've been fighting for them to be released. So, that's not the case. Ultimately, when it comes down to a field like this, or when it comes down to ownership like this, you want to make sure you're supporting the proper thing. The reason why Battery and I decided to put her on blast, in the field on blast, is because these are bad actors. This sport is very much in its infancy in a sense. You know, even though it's been around for 15, 20 years, it's a new industry that's now starting to catch on mainstream. When you start having major production companies using airsoft guns in their productions, that starts to raise an eye. You know, we 30 some odd YouTubers that have quite a few followers and subscribers on YouTube and everything else, where the attention is growing for the sport. And ultimately, you have, because the attention's rising, you have other municipalities in other states that want to ban it, like hello, New York, hello, Massachusetts. We can't allow our sport to be defined by people doing bad things like this. So give us some thoughts there.
Well,
Cass.
Well, first I would like to mention, apparently they deleted the thread on Facebook.
No, they didn't.
They didn't, because I can't find it anymore.
Which thread? Hold on.
The thread where was it Cooper put that they
Cooper. Oh, okay. And Airsofters of Florida.
Yeah,
Florida. It's
Okay,
there.
hold on. Let me see it. I'm gonna pull this up.
I don't see it, man.
Yeah, it's still here. And it has 329 comments. The admins decided to turn the comments off.
Oh no!
I know. I'm sorry. Past a certain point, because we just couldn't deal with that anymore. Hold on, Blair, stop. Blair,
So
stupid cat, stop.
again, I believe that politics and religion should be separate from airsoft or any sports at that. Also, with the whole business, the way they're running their business, if you got nothing to hide, if you got all your paperwork on, your ducks in a row, it's simple. Just give us the actual name of the company, and I'll look it up on sunbiz.org, or give me your full name. I can do the research. I can find it. But if you're going legal, then it should be fine. Now, what they're doing, clearly, the way they're acting, the way their stance is, how they're in it, they're in the wrong. Period. They're in the wrong.
Yeah. There is. So to give an idea for somebody that didn't follow or didn't see the thread. Oh, evidently they must have pulled down the image showing that Raptor Airsoft is closed, because Cooper, maybe you've been banned from there.
On there, wait, is it like on the actual? The whole thread is still up on Airsoft,
but the image itself is not.
The image
on their Instagram, on Raptor's Instagram.
No, the post that Cooper Schmidt shared on Airsofters of Florida had the red banner that said, oh wait, hold on. You know what? I know where I have it.
Oh, okay, yeah, because he reposted Raptor's post of that. He didn't make his own image, he didn't screenshot it. He just reposted directly from Raptor, and Raptor therefore removed it. But it's still up on my phone, so some people it may still be up for.
It's not showing.
Probably banned him from the page.
That sounds right.
So, because it says, based on the recommendations of our lawyer, whom just got hired today, July 24th at 2:30 p.m., Raptor Airsoft is closed. We have a hearing August 11th, and we are not going to be open for business until that date, August 11th. If the county grants a permit, we'll be open the following weekend for business.
In my personal opinion, maybe it wasn't the best idea for them to flaunt the fact that they have a lawyer now, and the fact that their lawyer told them to close, and the fact that they have a date to set in court, because this whole thing may have been avoided if they didn't, I guess, publicly announce that information, because then it does arise the, fact that maybe there is something more suspicious going on.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's not actually a court case. What it is that it's a county commissioners meeting for.
Oh, okay.
So this is the stuff that I found out. So the funny thing is that typically those are 100% open meetings. They're, especially when it comes to a variance, they seek the public input. By them telling people that they have a case on August 11th means that people like me who have travel, will be an ass, can go to their site, go to the public hearing and air out all their dirty laundry. And the fact is, if she would have not responded to my comment because there was no need to. At the point where she's commenting, there was absolutely zero alone calling me a racist and everything else, and also not refute the claims that I made. So
Yeah, all she did was respond to you. It's like, you're bullying me. I am a woman. I am a brown woman, a business owner, and I feel bullied because I'm a brown woman.
or I hate the Lord because therefore I'm demonizing them.
You are white.
Oh, man, I can make so many bad things right now. I'm not even going to go there. So, the problem is like you don't attack somebody for their religious beliefs either. You attack their message, and none of the message was actually attacked. Then they turn around, and as they're going through, Cass did remind me to put inside there that they have a problem with women. And I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot to add that on, so I tacked that one on there as well. And yeah, I don't know. It's
Hey, Revencian, what's up, dude? Welcome.
Rev, what's going on, brother? Raptor Airsoft got shut down, man. They got shut down by the county
temporarily.
Oh, and we forgot to mention like one of the biggest reasons why I got on their shit list and why I got banned.
Oh yes, that's important. Because there's many more stories to follow up with that, but begin with yours, please.
Oh my God! So I was, during COVID, all of us were itching to play. I don't know how many times I turned a battery. I was like, why don't we just go out to the woods and shoot each other? It'd be fun. But we couldn't, so we all had to be responsible adults and stay home because we're in the middle of a pandemic, and there was a statewide stay-at-home order, except for essential businesses. Well, for the first few weeks, they actually abided by it, and then they started to ignore it. I think it was 2 weeks they listened, and then they're like, screw this, we're going to open up anyway because we're an essential business. I don't care what your justification is. Everybody in Airsoft is not essential. Even though Airsoft is life, Airsoft is not essential. Stay home. Wear a mask. So I was watching all this, and I saw a couple guys on what? I can't read it.
Raptor took off their page. They're not on Facebook.
I saw that. Yeah, Raptor took their page down.
Oh, man.
Probably on the advice of their lawyer. Their lawyer probably said, you guys need to stop everything that you're doing.
Oh, wait. They got the Raptor Airsoft field and shop still open.
Ooh, we're going to go ahead and trash that one next.
Only 97 members. There's really nothing to trash.
Oh, it's the group?
Raptor Airsoft field and shop, yeah.
It's a group, though, not a page.
Yeah, I'm going to see if they're going to accept me.
2 hours ago on their Instagram, they reposted the same message, just in a different font and text size, too.
So yeah, Rev, they got shut down. So I'm looking at, I was surfing Instagram, and a couple of guys that had just posted that they tested positive 3 days prior are on their way to Raptor because Raptor's open and they want to play Airsoft. So 3 guys who just tested positive are now going to Raptor. So I decided to do the good citizen thing and call up Raptor and say, hey, give you a heads up. There's these 3 guys coming in from, Miami that just tested positive a few days ago. They're probably still infectious. And she immediately accused me of trying to shut down her place because she was open. I was like, no, that has nothing to do with it. You're going to do what you're going to do. At least be careful. And I could give you the Instagram and you could see who they are and just tell them they're not allowed on property because they tested positive 3 days ago. Screw you trying to shut down my business. It got real contentious between us when the phone call. Because if you don't like it, call the cops. So I did. And they got shut down because the cops showed up. And when the cops showed up, they said that there was more than 10 people there because at that time it was 10 groups of 10 or less. Nobody was wearing a face mask and everybody was within 6 feet. And that Captain Tim jackass.
That guy.
Their new sponsored player. They got rid of Lax and brought this fucking asshole. And
look at the type of player that just sits on the corner and just camp all day long.
It's not even that, man. The guy's just. I could say this with all certainty. My opinion on it. He's worthless piece of trash that trashes everybody that does not agree with his mindset. So screw him. He can, go die in a fire for all I care. But the deputy. They're definitely here. They're being shut down right now. And then he's in the background just straight yelling. She goes, "And you tell Mark he's not to come back on my site." And he goes, "All right, well, you're being trespassed. So if you show back up on their field," and you can almost hear his eye rolls, where he goes, "Not like you're going to come back anyway, but if you were, you'd be arrested." And I was like, "Don't worry, I'm not coming back." So to be clear, they would rather have put people's lives at risk or other people's family lives at risk because, I could get it and be totally fine, come home and bring it to my son who's immunocompromised and kill him. Oh, yeah. Cass, you know Lax, right?
Yeah, I know him pretty well. Yeah, so when he made that video, it wasn't really, I guess, like, it wasn't like a collaboration between us. He did ask me for information about what happened on my side, and because I know him so well, he knows what occurred. So he used just the information that I provided in his video that he made, and he didn't say any negative, or like, in my opinion, I do not believe that he said any negative, like, I guess, like, words or phrases against Raptor Airsoft. And in his video, he did make sure to confirm and say this is not to go against or, like, hurt Raptor Airsoft. Yeah, he made that just to bring awareness to the community of why he is no longer a sponsored player, and bring attention to himself as a player and how this is going to affect the community and his channel from then on. So yeah, like, that video did blow up. So there's definitely a lot of I guess different opinions within the comment section of that in the comment section of that video. So I don't know.
Yeah, and yes, we see your Make Airsoft Great Again. Okay.
But it's not for you; it's for them.
Okay. Well, it's been there for a while.
Some people are slow.
The problem I have with like blanket bans is that there was no rhyme or reason for it at all.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're banned. You're banned. You're banned. What the hell did I do? Like, one guy that never even been to their field and had no plans to go to their field was banned.
That's adorable. Yeah. Sorry.
That's for Sean Edwards.
Boba is wonderful. So
That's what I reply to him. Suck my.
All right, for those of you on TikTok that are watching the live stream, I cannot bring a gun up close to the camera because it end up getting banned for another 7 days, and I don't want to be banned. So sorry, guys, I can't do that. All right. So my main concern was that they're putting people's lives at risk, and evidently I got called a narc by a lot of their supporters and all that. But it looks like Airsoft of Florida has been very proactive with removing a lot of the pro Raptor guys.
I mean, I wouldn't say like we specifically target them. Like, I definitely don't. The other admins, I have no control and no jurisdiction over what they do or what they say, because again, like, I was just now added into it. It was just for me to be able to really truly see the different responses that were given, because I am blocked by a few people, and so the admins thought that it'd be okay for me to, like, I guess, be pushed into that position.
You're blocked?
Yeah, I'm blocked by the Captain Tim Baxter guy, of course, because him and I got into a previous conversation elsewhere that ended up just being me and my friends sending him memes, and then he got mad that we were sending him memes, and so yeah, that was pretty much just that. But anyway, so I enjoy reading through the conversations that other people were having. So of course they allowed that. But anyways, back to the main point of that question. Sorry to go off, but
Oh, now she gets it. Now she comes back.
I'm sorry. The bannings, I guess, or the removals of the accounts from the pages, that were, I guess, posting different opinions, I guess. Like one guy definitely posted something that had to be removed, in my personal opinion. That it was like, you're dumb if you think blah 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 about Raptor. And so we were like, the fact that Filipinos were putting white power flags or whatever up in response to the comment that you previously made, Mark. And they made that like a separate like post, and so everybody in the comments, they were like, this isn't okay, and so of course like we removed that. But yeah, we don't specifically target people in there that support Raptor.
No, I know. It was just
Yeah.
really funny because it's like Captain was finally removed. I thought that, personally, I feel for all airsoft groups. First and foremost, Raptor really doesn't have like a whole huge amount of influence within the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the only real reason why I see people, or like have asked and heard from people that go to the field, that their reasoning behind going to the field is because the field itself is a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing on the field. That's why I went there. It's not specifically the owner's behavior. They only really go to support the fact that the field is a lot of fun and the refs are a lot of fun.
I found out through Lax about Raptor Airsoft, honestly. And
yeah.
And Crovey, the reason. Okay, so Crovey has a question. I don't know if you want to answer this one, Cass, since you got more insider. Why y'all being banned? Like, why people are being banned?
Okay, so why y'all being banned? Okay, so anybody that talks negative, leaves a negative review, shows up to the field, like not even for like cheating and stuff. A lot of the time it isn't people that are cheating, because somebody that's like, a local there and goes there a lot, they could be reported for cheating to the owners and they won't ban them because, they're friends with them or whatever, or have a preference for or against them. And that's pretty much their own personal opinion that causes people to be banned. At one point while I was working there, there's a situation that happened between a group of my friends from Jacksonville. They came down and they supposedly mag dumped a kid, which isn't the case. They just have high rate of fire on their guns, and you're allowed to use full auto on the field. So no ROF was truly specified or chronoed. I wasn't working there that day, so I'm not sure exactly what went down, but there are videos out there and they are posted up publicly from these people about the situation. Anyways, one of the not exactly refs at the time, but they called him a shadow ref. He was a guy that would go around and just make sure people were behaving. He wasn't being paid by Juan. He wasn't being paid by Alcira. He was just kind of there to help out during the game. He pushed one of the kids, because he came up close to him. And so then there was a whole other situation with that. So everybody in that Jacksonville group of the kid that got pushed got banned because, they were, a bad influence and slanderous about their company for posting the fact that this kid got pushed. That situation is in the past, though, and people have made up about it. But moving on to the next point related to that story, I was talking to Alcira personally one day, and she was like, anybody from Jacksonville, we have to keep a close eye on them. And I was like,
why?
I was like, why is that? And she was explained, in short, I was fully aware of the situation that happened because my friend that got banned called me that night and showed me all of the videos about what happened and, told me his point of view of the story. So of course, I was like, okay, it's kind of like, unprofessional. I didn't say it's kind of unprofessional. Like I skipped around this, but I was like, maybe it's not right to be, I guess, grouping all players from Jacksonville into this group of, potentially dangerous play styles and players. So that is just affiliation and association is what gets a lot of mass groups banned. And that's not the first time that affiliation and association has gotten people banned, because look at my team, look at my friends, look at Lax,
Yeah. And that's the thing. Evidently, Team Screech Dragon's banned from Raptor Airsoft. Not like I think anybody's going to go there anymore. I was threatened with, anybody that wears my patch is going to be banned, and I was like, I gave out a hell of a lot of patches at Northern Watch. Team Reload's been banned, and I personally think, like, look, if somebody's cheating, by all means, ban them. Just because you might have something negative to say, like when that whole thing blew up where they sold a woman a gun for her child, and the thing broke that day. That's a problem. That's bad business, And then, oh, well, you're now banned from my field because you're talking bad about us. It's like, all right, just because you have the ability to ban does not mean it's eventually you're going to ban everybody that will come to your place. There's an attrition level there. Your field is not great enough to bring people from all over. Like, we're making a trip. Some of us are going to make a trip up to Nashville Airsoft because I played there. It's a great field. It's an awesome field. It's a destination. Ballahak is a destination. Some of the fields, like GTI is a destination. Raptor Airsoft is not a destination. It's a field that if anybody sees the level of discontent that this place generates, they're really not going to want to go out there. So the more you ban, the less likely anything's going to happen. So, all right. Well, Hype, as you say, it might go bankrupt. As it stands right now, Raptor Airsoft probably isn't going to be around for much more than a year or so anyway, because they have a $1.7 million mortgage that they defaulted on back in 2012, and that case is still going. So more than likely, things are going to get accelerated when PNC finds out that Juan's allowing toxic dumping on his property, because now they might actually force the judge to do something, because if they're defaulting, that means PNC owns the property and they cannot have the illegal dumping going on. So, and depending on what he's allowed to be dumped on the site could be very, very bad, especially something like asphalt that's being buried underground, depending on where it came from. Some of the construction materials might even have asbestos in it, which is really bad. And he's already been fined heavily for it back in the 90s, and he's still doing it today. I would definitely like a banned patch. We already are in the process of putting patches together for that too. I was banned for Raptor Airsoft, and all I got was this lousy patch. Was already on our top of our list.
You gotta make them rainbow.
With a rainbow, yeah. We just can't use their actual logo because that could be trademark infringement. But
what Raptors patch?
Pretty sure it's on like a PowerPoint pic art.
I don't think there's anything infringing about like that you can infringe on.
You can. If you take their logo, if it's clip art, then hey, that's fair play. I could have so much fun with that.
No, you don't understand.
Yeah, no, you have no idea.
Raptor Airsoft. Where do you
a bunch of Chinese manufacturers to make some very inappropriate things with their logo all over it?
What I'm saying is, what are you going to infringe on when their actual business name doesn't even exist?
Their business name exists. They have a business name.
What's the name of the business?
It is Raptor.
Is it Military Outback?
No, they have Raptor Airsoft also listed as a company on Sunbiz.
What about Military Outback?
Is it active though?
Yeah, it was active as of 2020.
Oh, okay, nice.
Some reason before I do things. Now, they might not have a county license, and they might not be filing their taxes properly, which is a whole nother issue. But, if their logo is clip art, then I'm going to have a field day with making a bunch of adult-oriented stuff, because, yeah.
I always thought that their logo was like a knockoff of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The Velociraptor, right? That's the logo, the Velociraptor. Yeah, it looks like a knockoff of Jurassic Park.
That is not necessarily true, Jacob. You can, when it comes down to having an airsoft business, you don't necessarily need to have insurance unless you actually have a field, or if you're willing to take the risk of, losing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
Because them $25
Aaron Molly
daily entries are gonna cover that.
It's banned or nothing.
Ethan, I'll definitely work on it. I'll get my artist working on the patch tomorrow. I'll send it to the tactical imaging and have them make some patches.
That is hilarious.
Proceeds would go to the battle bus. So for those of you that heard me talking about it, we finally have the bus. It's
Congratulations.
home. Oh yeah. Did you see me driving that thing home? I was having so much fun with that.
No, you weren't. You were like, this shit is slow.
I
need to find where the governor is at so I can take it off.
I want to rip that governor out and just smash it with a sledgehammer. You're sitting there going, you can actually feel the vehicle working hard to keep it at 75. It's like, come on, let's go 80. 80, please. Problems.
Oh my God, put a raptor in a cage. Oh man, that would be hilarious. It's actually not a bad idea. You can actually use their logo and just put a cage on it.
Daniel, or does he go by Danny Cass? Daniel.
Yeah.
Danny. So what they could do is they could still run the field as having it underneath a parent company. The problem that comes down is that if somebody were to get injured, they could have a massive lawsuit against the property owner itself. So what the liability insurance does is protect you from losing your property. And Airsoft is recommended for at least a $2 million policy because $1.5 million is the cost of an eye. I found this out when I had to get insurance for the bus for events and all that. So, but it's a costly insurance policy. Just for the bus, it's $9,000 a year.
Good Lord.
Because it's commercial. It's a commercial insurance. That's why. I paid for one of my vans. I pay about $3,400 for just one vehicle.
And this is Airsoft included too, so there's a lot more risk of harm and everything else. Oh, you guys want to see the bus? Where are my pictures of the bus? I'll find
what do the owners actually do? Do they just own the field?
Yes, they
own everything.
Technically, PNC Bank owns the field.
Yeah.
I'm a little vindictive, but I mean, when you go through and read about all the stuff that they've done, like most people don't realize that Juan is a convicted felon. He also then got arrested a second time for having a gun and ammunition as a felon, which you're not allowed to do. He got in a lot of trouble for dumping toxic stuff on his properties. What else did he do? Shit, there's like a laundry list.
About the gun thing, I heard otherwise. I thought it was that he purchased the gun that was convicted, like owned by somebody else who is convicted.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's even worse. But no, the actual charge is for a possession of a firearm by a felon with ammunition.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
So what did they do for work? Own a business that isn't Airsoft? Yeah, he likes to do illegal dumping in his field and probably charges for it.
He named it supposedly under agriculture and had the parent business as Military Outback, which there are signs for that as you come into the property. Yeah.
He did have ag exemption for a good reason because he does have cows on the property, so that does qualify for ag exemption within the state of Florida. However, you're not allowed to run a commercial business on an ag property and still get the tax discounts and everything else. You're either an ag business or you're a commercial business. You're not both. And Airsoft is not an agricultural business. So,
wait. Couldn't he split the land in half and have one side ag and the other side Airsoft, but technically he's using everything?
Then you cannot have a single BB fly into the ag side of the business.
Okay, but that is possible, though.
It is possible for the agritourism. Oh, look, Hype just said it, agritourism. But the reality is, if it's there, it becomes real tricky. And Juan has a history of blaming the
left,
saying Big Brother's out to get him.
Yeah, the left.
No, it's big business. It's Big Brother, period.
Oh, okay. I think that was an easy fix for him. I mean, if you cannot have one single BB go to the other side, all you got to do is like put a DMZ zone, and then inside that DMZ zone, just put a wall.
Then it's the other thing too. It's not worth it because then it cuts the field down. Then you're probably only playing on 10 acres and not 160 because the property taxes on a commercial site business like that is high. And the fact is that he's in a residential area, whether he likes it or not. He backs right up to a national preserve, so everything about it is just wrong. The best thing that could happen is that he loses the field. PNC puts the property up for auction. Somebody else comes in, buys the property from auction because it's going to go for. There's no chance in hell it goes for 1.7 million now because it's only worth about 450,000 because of the current property values in D land. So, huh?
No, what Big Brother is out to get him. ... Wait, nope, just a warrant.
Plant seed boom agriculture.
Yo, that's not a bad idea. Imagine putting a plant seed inside a BB, bring it up to like 8mm, like the larger BB round, and it's like real decomposed. But the guns are probably going to hit at 180, 200.
Somebody gets shot, and the seed get embedded under the skin. They don't realize the seed's there, and all of a sudden, like 4 days later, there's a sprout coming out.
They were helping him.
That's how you get foliage zombies. The fungus zombies.
So I'll buy it.
And Cass is again just quiet.
I'm just processing.
That's how this goes.
Look, guys, the point is that the owners of Raptor, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You know, bad business etiquette. You know, they're doing everything that they're not supposed to do when renting the land to a host, to somebody that's doing an event, hosting an event. Whatever he does on open games and he wants to do that, by all means, it's your land, do it. But if I'm a company and I'm paying to use this, I'm paying you thousands of dollars. God knows how much Doomsday paid out to use that land.
And they asked for more from them.
And then decided to ask for more.
They did it. They did.
No, yeah, they did. I remember hearing about this from Pepin.
I wonder why Pepin was so pissed.
Yeah, I remember talking to Pepin, and he mentioned something about it, like they were asking for more money because they saw the amount of people that Doomsday brought in. I don't think they had any idea that Doomsday was going to bring that amount of people.
They're like, "Can we get $25 admission per person?"
What?
I'm kidding. That was a joke.
That's a joke. But I can see why it was just wrong. You know, you sign a contract and stuff like that. There were, for people that name Jesus a lot, they're very fucking greedy.
I love how I was called a communist. I love how she called me a communist. I was laughing so hard when I heard when she said that. I was like, I own 3 companies. How the hell am I a communist? Oh, because I gave some games away for free. I'm a communist? No, this is good business. It gets out there.
Yeah, so that's my thing, man. They just did everything ass backwards. They thought, I don't know what the hell. They weren't using their brain. And if they were using their heart, well, goddamn, that's
black. If you're still listening, what was the name of that other company that you mentioned that went to do an event there and they then charged them more? I'll wait for her to respond. It's probably going to take a minute. But there was another company that, they rented the field for a set amount, and I'm just going to throw out a number. I think she said something like $2,000. So they rented it for like $2,000, and then when they found out that the guy made $10,000, like $2,000 per day, when they found out that he made like $10,000 per day for the event, the next time he came back, they're like, "Oh, we want $10,000 per day plus." We want a part of the receipts, and it's like, say what? Let me get this straight. You found out how much money I make, so you want to make more off my work? No, you're just the landowner. Not going to happen.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
it's really unreasonable.
Well, that's so he found out the guy was making $2,000 per day, so he made a total. Huh?
It was combat casual.
Right. But so he made a total of 10, let's say $10,000. So the fucking guy had the audacity to go up to that host and say, no, we want 10 grand per day, or for the whole event?
The way it was reported to me was, so make this really clear. I was throwing out arbitrary numbers because I don't know the exact amounts, but the number jumped up exponentially and wanted a portion of the receipts.
That's crazy. What are these people? Are they smoking shrooms that are shit? That are grown from the manure from the cows?
That would make a lot more sense. It would make a lot more sense that, I get trashed and everything else.
Wow. And I thought Nancy Pelosi was bad. I'm kidding, Mark. I'm kidding.
Hey, we're not bringing this political, damn it.
I know. Trump 2020. I know. Look at she's. Oh man, I need some coffee.
Raptor owner isn't mean, just high. The stuff is buried as leaking fumes. That might actually be what's happening. What probably happened is that they're on well water. All the shit they buried on their land is probably leaking into their well, and they're drinking it, and it's just fucking with their heads.
I mean, he did try burning his trash on his property on the back burn pile and lit a gas can on fire, and it exploded on him. So maybe that paint absorbed into him, and that's what's
Wait, what?
Oh, y'all didn't hear me on this. Oh boy. Okay, so there was an incident. I felt really bad for him. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really painful. He's a burn pile for his whatever old people put on their property or whatever. None of that's my business. But there was a paint can in it supposedly, and in the fire it heated up and stuff, so of course it expanded and on the inside, and it exploded, and he was standing by it, and all that paint boiling paint seared onto his skin and stuff, and he had really bad burns. That's why I was still working there, and I felt really bad for him because he was hospitalized and had to get at home care and stuff for it.
He made a colorful napalm. That dude. He made a color. Do you remember what color it was?
All right. So I'm gonna say
I don't know what color, but
I'm gonna say
blue.
That's karma kicking you right in the teeth, and that's exactly what this is. So
pride palm.
But the only thing you're really supposed to burn in a burn pile is vegetation. You're not supposed to burn anything man-made unless it's straight paper. Even then, that could be dangerous considering what sort of how heavily those cardboard's fine, but something that is this box
printer paper.
Okay, my game boxes no, because they're covered in freaking paint and stuff. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
All right, what other good stories you got? Because you got to have more. That was gold.
Okay.
Think about it before you say anything, though. You don't want to get yourself in trouble.
Well, all right, that's that. I really want to reiterate this. There's nothing really that could be done at this point to get in trouble. If you're only telling stuff that's true, there's no
but they can still fire, but with what is it? Defamation of
character.
Defamation. Yeah. I've seen people do it regardless, man.
In state of Florida, any lawyer. So let me just put it to you this way, Battery.
You mean any liar?
Any lawyer that's going to look at this stream or any other comments that are on Facebook and try to go for defamation of character would first have to be that we're coming from a basis of, Jesus, kick the computer, why don't you? There has to be some sort of basis that we're going after them financially as a rival business. The three of us. All right, I don't know. Cass, are you opening up a field anytime soon?
No. No, I don't plan on it.
I'm not. Battery, you're not. So it does that's the first thing that's off the question. They also have to have what they call recoverables, because if they go to try to sue any one of us for defamation, they have to be able to be recoverable, and for that sort of suit to even possibly go through, they're going to have to prepay a lawyer upwards of $50,000 for defamation of character, which isn't going to happen. They don't have the money to begin with, let alone try to come after somebody like that. So, and for it to be defamation of character, it has to be untrue. It cannot be a true statement. Well, if it's true, then you're reporting and you're giving your own freedom of speech to say.
Okay, then I have a pretty funny story.
Right, but before she gets into that, all I know is by Hinch's pointing or him giving a flare gun or him, I don't remember who did what, pointing a flare gun at a group of people and shooting it, that alone should be shut. They should get shut down.
That happened a long time ago. Actually, hold on. I just got a text message from the guy that told me the story. So, and he says he's on the stream right now. So, my homeboy, you know who I'm talking to. I'm gonna text you right now. So, text me the whole story of that, please.
Who is it? And tell me they have a camera.
I don't know if he wants his identity out there, but
put a mask on. We're all wearing it.
I just texted him, so we'll see. I'll leave my phone up. Okay. He said, right. Okay, hold on. All right, he's texting that. All right. So my story, right? It was actually, I think, like 2 weekends before I got released from my position, and so this dad brought out this like little kid, like a really little kid. I just saw one of the comments. This is really funny.
I know.
Did you just turn on comments?
It's so hard to pay exploding.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, as I was saying, somebody brought their really little kid out there. He was adorable. I loved him. He was really sweet. And so, like, I helped, like, I had him, like, choose, like, who was going to be on what team and, like, the game type on some of them and, like, brought him up to the front, you know, like, do ref things with little kids. And so, we were like, all right, Alcira, while you're here, would you be able to, like, watch this kid for us because we need to ref this game because it was only me and the other ref, Joe, that day. And so this kid just somehow wanders away. This kid's maybe like 8, like super young, shouldn't be out there without a parent. And so, like, Alcira's like on the radio, she's like, have you seen this kid? And we were like, no, we're reffing it, like actively reffing a game right now. We have no time to be watching somebody's kid. And so, like, it takes us like 35 minutes to find this like little kid that like wandered off on his own into like this dangerous wilderness. Like there's hogs out there the size of the road, like across, like long. And like, so like, what if that kid got like bodied by like a hog? Like that'd be horrible. And so we were like, the following, like, I guess like day, then on their new rules, they posted like kids can't be alone, like kids under like I think it was like 13 can't be brought here alone without a parent, and parents have to be with kids the entire time. And we were like, oh my gosh, like it was a whole situation. It's pretty funny when it happened.
I don't think it would be pretty funny if it was happened. Well, I just have this like rings with questions. Like, all right, so I brought my son out to Northern Watch. He's in a wheelchair. He sat his ass inside the booth and watched his iPad the entire time. He wasn't going nowhere. So I'm not really a bad dad for that, but
you had your son was being watched though most of the time.
Wasn't. There was like hours where Sarah and I were out on the field.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about Sarah.
He's in a wheelchair. Where the fuck is he gonna go?
Yeah, like don't bring your little kid for us to like babysit too. Like,
wait, are you
that's
sure
not our job as referees?
Set up a babysitting service at the same time.
Oh gosh, that might be the military outback part of it. I don't know.
Hey, about the whole hog thing, they're scary.
Oh, yeah, at Northern Watch, literally in front of the Humvee, a huge hog, like literally this like length of the road in front of us just passed. It was like a black bar that just went across the road.
And they're fast too. Trust me, because I saw one and I
Yeah,
ran.
full
And the ref,
speed. Yeah.
and the ref that saw me, he's like, I never seen such a big guy run so fast in my life.
Well, there's also bears out there too, because when we were out there,
Yep.
we saw some bear scat and tracks and all that.
There's also a large cougar. Like we saw cougar tracks and stuff.
You're talking about a Florida panther.
I like.
Yeah. Florida panther. My bad. But yeah, they. I mean, you know, I'm a
Hey,
I'm a
that large cougar, leave my mom out of this, okay?
like.
You promised
No,
me
like.
BMW.
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying. Like, especially like walking out there after hours. If I wouldn't go anywhere like on the property if like one of the other refs wasn't with me, because that's like, it was pretty scary, especially having a lot of people there during Northern Watch. Like, because we were camped out at the very very end next to the woods and stuff, so it was pretty sketchy. We heard some rustling in the middle of the night.
A hog took out Robert Baratheon. They all annihilated 8 But so the positives. Now we're going to start turning it to more positive. We're going to start talking about some other cool stuff. So
Yes.
I think we've effectively said that Raptor Airsoft sucks, y'all. If their Facebook page comes back up, I highly recommend everybody going to their page and leaving their honest. Don't do it if you haven't been out there, unless you really want to. By all means, but give an honest review of what their field is, and make sure that people know what's going on.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment, my guy.
So the reason why people need to speak up is that there's too many bad actors right now, like Mere Tactical with some of his nonsense, Simple Airsoft with some of their nonsense, and Raptor Airsoft, that we need to stop it.
You just rattle the cage again.
I don't give a shit. You have 20 guns go through a damn shop between 16 different guys, and you can't tell me a single gun doesn't come back without some sort of problem. They don't deserve to be fucking techs, period. Anyways, rant over.
I'm unknowing of that, so.
What?
I'm unknowing of those situations, so keep me out of that one.
Airsoft is its own thing. That's my pet peeve.
That's his Raptor Airsoft.
Also, okay, so the guy that has the flare story, I can call him and I can hold my phone up to the thing if it sounds good enough.
We can pull him in here if he really wants to talk about it.
He doesn't have a PC right now because I think he's at his girlfriend's.
Phone?
You can use the phone?
Yes.
Okay, can you send me the link? Should I send him the link that you sent me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
While that's happening, Ethan, what's up with Mere is the only thing you have to do is just look up Mere Tactical scam or Mere Tactical bad, and you're going to get a laundry list of stuff that's out there. Besides having a field where there was known asbestos and having kids sweeping up asbestos off the ground, was one of them. The other ones is that there's been quite a few events that just did not go off or go off well. So much so that they put out a thing that if you catch cheating happen, we'll give you $5 off your next ticket.
Damn, that bad. Huh?
Give you $5 back. Then it was like off your next ticket. It's like, why would I go back?
All right, let's see.
I'll see him.
It's the same link that you sent me through Messenger, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I haven't personally been to a Mere event, but I've seen a lot of stuff that goes down. But I don't like it when Mere. I didn't like the fact that Mere came down to Florida, used the name Southern Watch, tried to take the same weekend as Doomsday's typical weekend for their events at the prison. So
the one thing I got to say about Mere, guys, is that it sucks that the Mere staff and owner are doing what they're doing, because I was really looking forward to do this. They have an event that supposedly he said he's the only one with the contract with the city or whoever, the owner of this mall, this abandoned mall somewhere out north.
Go to Richmond Siege. That's in South Carolina. It's closer, and it's done by Lion Claw.
Right, but the reason why I wanted to do that one, because apparently Dutch the Hooligan and Airsoft Alphonse and Jet the Desert Fox, they all go to that event. They use that mall. So that was one of the things. Man, I really want to go over there and play. Maybe, you know, network and stuff like that. But now when I hear the word Mir or an event from Mir, because I did my research on them too, it sucks. It's cringy. Also, and the dude's really cringy. I can't.
So let's talk about positives. All right, let's start talking about some of our favorite fields and where you should send your money to. All right. If you guys have not been out, there's some great fields. Obviously, we'll start with, since we have a member of Echo 4 here, we'll talk about DV8 field.
Okay. Yeah.
So Black Tiger Airsoft.
They're
Hey,
cool.
what's up, Casper? So Black Tiger Airsoft obviously has a really nice field. I like the field. I like their center Connex area. I like how they did the Connexes and all that. I actually want to go in there and figure out how they did that so I could do it myself, because that does look badass and cool as hell. Plus the fact that, dude, their end of year event, I think when we were trying to assault the tank, they must have thrown 40 some odd grenades out that tank.
That's probably Alex Fallon. That was probably them.
Because each time I'm like, the device is not connected. All right, Gunner's setting his stuff up now so I could see him in there. So, yeah, Fallon threw a hell of a lot of grenades. Each time I get up there to do it, after running up to the thing, because there's only me and Blackbeard, the guy with the riot shield, and one other guy that kept pushing to try to get that stupid battery to blow it up.
Hey, I'm not stupid.
You weren't there for that.
You said stupid battery.
Yeah, the stupid battery that you had to take out and you had to push the thing. It was a fun explosion to do, but oh my god, that was you, Skywalker. You suck. Okay, all right. Let's see if we could bring Gunner in here. Hey, Gunner, can you hear us?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. All right, so you got a story for us.
Okay, so if you guys are talking about the flare story, that was like a couple years ago, right? It was a night game.
I believe so. I don't know. I'd hope there would only be one flare story.
Well, yeah, me too. So the situation that happened is not as like interesting as you guys want it to be, I'm assuming, but it was a night game. If this is the same story, this is what happened. So on the time, I was on a team with a couple other people, and we were playing the night game, and once again, it's not going to be very interesting, but my teammate at the time had a parachute flare in his backpack that he didn't know was a parachute flare. He thought it was just a normal, like, emergency road flare. And he, in the middle of the night game, we were sitting in a ditch, and a couple of my friends had night vision, and he pulls out the flare. He's like, I'm going to shoot it. And we're like, oh, okay. He pulls that thing out and lets it go, and it takes off, and everybody was very surprised because we didn't expect that to happen, and it almost decapitated a kid in front of us, and it went flying over the woods and like over the treetops and into the woods in the background. And since it was a flare, it lit up the entire woods, and there was like an overglow, and everyone thought the field was on fire because of how bright it was. And they quit. They cut the game out. My teammate took off running and ended up leaving. And then like no one quote unquote knew who it was, but it was my old teammate at the time. It wasn't actually Juan.
Well, that's why
I don't know if that's.
I wanted to make it clear before some people start talking about this. I want somebody with actual knowledge, because I know there's like always like the telephone game that happens, because it happened to me before, but it's like, oh god, that's even better. We were at and they were selling those type of players.
Yeah, and that's the actual story behind it.
When we were at Folding Gap, a kid was messing around with one of those in the parking lot at night, and he set it off, and the thing went shooting straight across the parking lot right over the field.
Yeah, those things are dangerous. They should just not sell those anywhere near airsoft people, because they will buy them.
Oh, you kidding me? Hey, unlicensed pyro, let's use it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, that's the story behind that. I don't know what other stories you guys are going to hear from it, but unfortunately I don't have a video, otherwise I would show you guys, but like since it was nighttime I wasn't recording. But I've got a couple of the people And yeah, we were sitting in the ditch like closest to the loading area where the greenhouse is at Raptor now. Pretty much right in front of that is where we were sitting.
Oh God.
That thing took off across the field, and the refs were like screaming, trying to figure out who what's it called, who shot it off, and we all took off running.
Oh God.
So
Hype is giving some of the best comments. Night game with a pit sounds awful.
yeah, like the sand pit. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Man. That's legitimately the problem that I have with the field. It's like you have the pit of death, as pit of doom, I'm going to call it, and a night game. I can only imagine what would happen. Somebody falls inside that shit, gets stuck.
Oh yeah.
But
They had like the full what's it called? I've actually got a picture on my Instagram account from the night that happened. It's not a very interesting picture, but it's there. But it's the only night game that I've like ever played at Raptor.
Samuel, I'm not surprised somebody from Reload would say that it was one because they got a little bit pissed off at one. So that's why I don't like it when people make up stories because there's so much shit that could happen that is not made up.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to make that story up.
Yeah, Gunner, like what is do you know the affiliation that Team Reload had with it? Like what went down with that? Because I'm not too sure about why Team Reload is banned.
And Raptor, or Team Reload about the whole situation? Because I heard about why they were banned a while ago. I really don't remember, so I don't want to start going off on information. But I heard, I know stories a long time ago because I used to play there a long time ago. And
yeah,
what happened was two refs. One of the guys from Reload used to ref, and from his word, I'm going off of what they said and what they told me. I don't know the actual story, but this is what I've heard from them in person. One of the guys and another one of my friends actually like straight up created the field. They went out and they found all of the material to create Raptor when Raptor was like in its first generation, like first stage of being Raptor. They created the field apparently, and like right after that fired them because they were refs at the field at the time, and Juan fired them from the field immediately after they built it up. And there's pictures of them from a long time ago on an old Instagram account. I don't know if you guys have seen the second Instagram account that Raptor has. It's actually owned by one of the guys on Team Reload, and he was actually the guy who built the field, blah blah blah, and got like what's it called? Got fired. I mean, like he never paid them, he never did anything. He just fired them and told them not to come back. And they ended up coming back later, and then also getting banned again. So.
Wow, sounds like Juan is a real piece of shit. Very Christian like.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of other stories that I've heard too, but I don't know if I want to get into those ones because those ones are a little bit more suggestive.
So, why'd you got to push that button, Gunner? Why did you have to push that button?
I'm sorry.
It's like I got some spicy stuff, but I just don't want to give it to you.
Okay, I don't want to go into detail. I'm not gonna tell you who I heard it from, but I heard from somebody long time ago. Once again, don't go off of my information. Don't quote me on it. Long time ago, like when I first went there,
All right, go.
A while ago, he banned a couple people because of their religion, from what I heard, and like straight up wouldn't let them play at the field and told them to leave.
I believe that. I believe that.
Muslim, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So that they go to up to Juan and be like, "Hey, Allah Akbar."
No.
Yeah, they like tried to pay, and he like wouldn't let them play. And I don't know what happened after that, but
yeah. Hey, tell him about that. Should we nice delivery there. I like it. Okay, so there was a situation that happened with my friend Gunner here when we were there that his girlfriend would go out and take pictures on the field and stuff for the people that were playing, and there was a situation where Alcira came up to us and accused them of not paying to play, and started going off at them and going off at me about, I don't have the right to allow them to play for free. However, that was not the case. It was just for her to take pictures because, she was like, she wasn't there playing. She was just taking pictures. So like they aren't afraid to approach people about situations as well. And that is that it did happen to my friend Gunnar here as well. So
I heard about that one.
Yep.
Well, I think
What-
that was in Lax's report, wasn't it?
Most likely.
Yeah, I think he went over into his. Like, I'm sorry. How do you charge somebody to go on the field to take pictures to give you hype?
Well, it's not that they charged them. It was that they thought that me and the other two refs gave them permission to play for free for that day.
No, I know what you mean, but it's
Yeah,
my point is, why are you going to charge a photographer to take pictures on your field? So,
and
yeah, that I mean, we're talking the same thing, just in different words.
okay, yeah, my bad,
Yeah.
my bad.
And that's another thing. Like she gave full credit every picture that was on their field. Like there was no like she took pictures and claimed them as like her area, like blah blah blah. Like she gave full credit, tagged everybody, tagged Raptor in every single picture, and they still get yelled at about it.
They're pieces of work. So I love Hype's comment. Double banned, he gets 2 patches. Hey, evidently I've been banned twice too because she doesn't remember banning me when I called them out for COVID-19. Well, Hype, that's honestly what we need. We need more people to turn up and say, I'm not going to support Raptor. And then hopefully they just disappear on its own and we don't have to worry about it. So we were on the positive until, Gunnar jumped in here, but we're going to go back and start talking about DV8's field again. So if you guys had not had a chance to go to DV8, I've been out there twice. Oh, I almost flipped everybody the bird. I've been out there twice. First one was the end of year event. The other one was for America 10. That was a fun event. I had to avoid, the guys that were wearing the swastika ball and all that, but that's the last thing I needed was to get knocked into another travesty. But if you guys have not had a chance to be out to DV8's field, definitely go out and check on one of their days. Their Connex City is actually pretty kind of awesome with having one building's 3 stories, 2 others are 2 stories, right?
Yes, there's a few different 2 stories. Yeah. There's roads that run through the center of the field as well, and there's wooded areas that surround it. There is a river that runs through it. There's a lot of different kinds of terrain and different features that are on the field that allow for different styles of gameplay, which is really nice for anybody that's just beginning airsoft and wants to try either indoor and outdoor at the same time, or have a lot of different perspectives and angles to be able to practice for military simulation events. This also attracts a lot of YouTubers. So DS Danny is one that films out there a lot, and so he's one of my teammates, and he makes a lot of good content. He has a lot of those grenade videos that Mark was talking about earlier, where they just keep popping grenades out of the side of the vehicles.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so I can definitely recommend that for people that enjoy making videos as well. The field itself is run currently by, pickup game days are run right now by Black Tiger Airsoft. DV8 isn't currently hosting any games because of the scheduling for this year, and somehow, it just didn't work out in the plans. But those are the 2 different names that belong to that field, but currently it is Black Tiger Airsoft. But there are going to be games that are hosted, I'm pretty sure later on this year, that will be like more military simulation type games. One of which being, what was it? It was like, I forget the name of it. Starts with an N, I think. I don't know, but they have like UN there and stuff, and you can play as a civilian and stuff. Let me see. Hold on. What is that? What is that game called? To my people in Echo 4 that are watching it. Yeah, we hold JTF missions and stuff there as well. So people that really like, I guess, real sim, I can highly recommend that field.
What's the address to DV8?
I believe, yeah, it's, hold on, let me pull it up.
Because it says
middle of the woods and make a left.
It says no result. I think is it
Black Tiger?
99 Gina
3399 Gina Trail, yeah. Lithia, Florida 335.
It doesn't show up on the map. It says no results.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. It's like on the Apple Maps. It's literally just in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like off the side of the road too. It's hard. Like you'll pass it on accident some points
Yeah, you like
if
go
you're
over
going
a
fast enough.
bridge.
Yeah, it. Black Tiger Airsoft's a really good field. I
Yeah.
like it, especially with their with the stuff that they have out there. I mean, I think they're the only field in Florida that has a tank, a real tank, not a fake tank.
Like 3.
Shut up.
Sorry.
That's my jealousy going in there.
Do they still have the horse there?
Wait, hold on.
I don't think so. I know there's baby cows, so I didn't play the other weekend, but me and my friends just looked at the baby cows and picked up chickens, so it was fun.
That was another thing that drove me nuts. At I think it was America 10. It's like clearly the chicken coop was off limits, and then people are hiding behind the chicken coop, and people are shooting at them. It's like, don't shoot over there. Don't shoot. Leave the chickens alone.
Yeah, I did an event.
No.
I forgot what it was, and the horse was right next to the chicken coop. And I was telling my guys, if you're gonna cross through that area, don't go anywhere near the damn horse or the chickens, because the guys on the town on the backside are gonna start shooting at you.
Hmm.
I forgot what it was. I can't remember whose event it was, but and they were shooting the damn, they were shooting towards the horse and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god.
So to give you guys an example for those of you that might not have been out there, here's what I was talking about with the damn tank. Wait, I'm hitting the wrong play button. There we go. So there's their Connex building right up there onto the right.
Is this at the end of the year game?
Yeah, watch this. See the look on the kid's face. He's like, damn it.
So I do have a question. So Hype says, please let it be known that DV8 and Black Tiger Airsoft are the same field, but one is open for the public and the other one is a private invite or like invite only game. So
Which is DV8. DV8 is the private. It's for this year. It is private. We don't have any games planned for DV8 itself. But Black Tiger Airsoft does pick up games during the weekends on Saturdays.
man, so I guess I'm not part of the cool kids club. I'm gonna have to do some things.
I know a guy. I know a guy that can hook you up with some stuff.
I need to
Potentially.
I need to go play with the DV8 boys and film them.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a fun field. Like one thing not to compare it to Raptor or anything because of the stigma, but I really enjoy how it has, like, for kids that, like me, that started out at Raptor at an open field with very minimal cover. It taught me how to move tactically, learn and use my like shielding and like cover to an advantage. So DV8 does offer a lot of that, like lack of cover and being able to move up and push. So I like how those two, I guess, types of land layouts and topographies kind of merge for the two fields, because it gives it a familiar crossover from stepping off from either this field to the next or in reverse.
I am gonna say this though. I only been to DV8 one time, and that was during that one event that I went to. Let me tell you something. If I was on I was the team that was attacking, and there was a team defending the UN. I think it was the guys that were defending. I couldn't get anywhere near that damn city. Like if they had that thing locked down so good. I tried going in the water, like the little creeks I go. I went chest deep in there. I looked like Rambo with my gun doing this little thing. I'm getting on the ground behind the ponds. I'm throwing dirt at myself so I can camouflage myself. Man, they had me. It doesn't matter what angle I came through. They beat my. I mean, Sentinel will tell you. Sentinel Airsoft. He was like, "Yordi, are you okay?" And I'm like, everything possible to get into that damn city. And guess what? I never set foot on that city. I was always on the outskirts, and I'm itching. I am itching to play over there so I can be in the damn city.
Come back, come with us. Yeah, come join the crew. I'm pretty sure I'll be headed out there either August 1st or August 8th. I moved down to Miami like on the 14th, so I want to try to get all my fields like up north, like I guess like played at.
So we'll be seeing you at Miami
I feel
Airsoft every
bad
once in a
that you're
while, huh?
moving to Miami.
I'm sorry,
We'll be seeing you.
you cut
Right.
out.
I said we'll probably be seeing you at Miami Airsoft then soon, huh?
Yeah. I'll be around though, just in between classes.
So yeah, I want to go.
The rain hit, so my Wi-Fi is really bad. Hello.
We got you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we you weren't interrupted here. Our stream might be bad for you, but oh my god, that was so BTA and DV8 field. That's an awesome field. If you're looking for another one, there is Holy Cows, which is in Port Richey. Their field is, I believe, I want to say it's 5 acres of playable area. They just recently redid their center area for their CQB area of it. They also have a couple of connexes, a couple of vehicles out on the field. Also, it's a little bit of a mix of woods as well. So you're going through woods into various structures. And I will say that the reffing at both DV8, except for we had some issues with not enough refs being on the field for America 10, I believe it was. Yeah, there was definitely some issues there, but that was already addressed with Mind Games, and they know it for in the future. But the reffing at Holy Cows is pretty good, and they do a lot of diffusing of heated tempers because there's sometimes when people don't want to call it, or you're shooting into the woods, you really can't see if somebody's got their hand up or not. Whatever. Wayne's World, if they're having airsoft days there, is another pretty decent sized field. If you haven't played there at Homeland, that's where I met Cass with. She did by walking 2 green guys right up on top of us, and
Hey, Tactical Sheep 123. Yeah, go ahead and put the name of the store. So I guess some people want some shout outs, Joker.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Op 31. They got like 10 acres, something like that, playable.
I was going to go on that field next.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about that one next, but
yeah, Op 31 is a really good field. We're sponsored by them, like Echo 4 is.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be. Battery and I are going to be there on Saturday playing at their field.
Oh, so, nice.
Whereas Screech Dragon is also sponsored by them as well. So
AJ's Tactical Airsoft. Hey, shout out to AJ's Tactical Airsoft. I never been in there, so I'll definitely
really good shop.
Where's that shop located?
Right next to Battalion in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
Is that one where we ate sandwiches in front of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's very difficult to find. So like the address that you're gonna go to is not it. It's behind a mechanic store, and there's no sign unless you pass it. There's a big Enola Gay sign on the side of the building inside of a fence. So you gotta look real close to find it.
That really doesn't help. They need to put a sign up. But anyways,
yeah.
But just like Joker said, this Saturday, Team Screech Dragon is going to be.
Some of us anyway.
Well, yeah, some of the guys. I'll be there. Assault's not going to be there from Assault and Battery. He's going to try to come to the next game at Op 31. He's in Miami right now, so I kind of got him on a quarantine. I'm like, no, you're not, no. But come out and play, man. Come meet us and let's shoot each other and get some patches.
I know, right? Because I like shooting people.
So do I.
I like hitting people with my frying pan too. That's my newest thing. Frying pan attack. Dude, I whacked one kid today. He goes, "Did you really just hit me with the pan?" I'm not going to call that. Then I pointed my gun at him. I was like, "You going to call it now?" He goes, "I'll take the pan." I was like, "That's what I thought."
So does anybody have? I never been to. I'm sorry to cut you off, Joker. I never been to Battalion. Can anybody give me some info on Battalion? Because apparently they do a lot of midnight games.
Yeah,
I'm very.
We'll be there. We'll actually be going to the midnight game this Saturday. Gunner and I, and a few of our other friends. It's a really fun field. It really like I guess like some of the I've had some issues with some players previously and there were some aggressive encounters, but for an indoor field, I guess it's destined to happen. It's just how airsoft is.
Oh, it's an indoor field.
It is an indoor facility. Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
Oh.
super nice
40
indoor facility.
40,000 square feet of field
Uh-huh.
with
Yes.
a really decent shop. They even have a downstairs where you can get pizza, drinks, and all that stuff, and they have an Xbox set up so you can
Yeah,
play.
they got like an Xbox and
foosball.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
They have
foosball.
two
Okay.
Xbox ping pong table,
Okay,
foosball. They
okay.
have a bar down there so you can get
Ooh,
food and drinks and
So
stuff.
when I go to battalion, I'm putting together my SpeedSoft SpeedQB gear, and I'm gonna be, I don't know, I'm gonna be wearing all blue like
Hey,
blue.
Yordi.
Yeah.
You should get a juicy couture like tracksuit with that says like juicy across the butt, and that could be your speed soft outfit.
I play a lot of PUBG, so I'm crazy with the costume. So I do want to have my indoor speed QB like outfit. So when I go out there, unfortunately the dye i5 mask is sold out everywhere. The color that I want,
Which color do you want? Because the paintball shop right around the corner from me had.
dude. I want the Onyx blue with the blue lens.
You might be able to find it in their shop. They sell Dia5s in there.
Because and I also want the multicam one, and I want to buy three. I want to buy three different colors. Yes, I know. I got it.
Start with one.
No,
No.
watch this. This is the fun part of being dad. Hey, goat, Angie, come here.
No, but yeah, I'm getting my SpeedQB stuff ready. I normally I wear my Milsim stuff, but I noticed that I'm very limited to my movement, and I really don't use a lot of the stuff. So I really want to be really slick down. Maybe a belt with some mags, or maybe I'll just run a chest rig with the mags. Right? It depends on the platform that I'm going to be.
Angie.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be SpeedQB. Here, I live in Fort Myers. For those of you that don't know, there's a place around me called Gator Mike's Family Fun Park, and they literally just opened 2 weeks ago a paintball field, a seat like a airsoft style paintball field. So it's like SpeedQB, so it's fast. It's like $25 and you play all day. So that's where I've been doing my training. They give you everything: the mask, the gun. Yeah, it's not an airsoft gun, but it's just a movement, just meeting new people and having that. I like to mix it up a little bit with paintball and airsoft.
I'm gonna kill her. Anyways, so going on to the next field, it's going to be battalion. So battalion, the interesting thing about battalion is that it's a massive indoor field that's very spread out. They don't have a lot of obstacles that are in your way, with the exception of the center house, which is very tight. The corners are real tight in there. You don't really have good angles inside of it. But they also have a lot of different modes of play as well, like the football game where you have to run it from one side to the other after you get it. They're modified flag games and stuff like that. So battalion's a good field. There's then Miami Airsoft for you those in Miami. That's another indoor 25,000 square foot indoor field that is very, very CQB. I don't even want to say it's speedball because
It's not speedball. No.
Now that has probably one of the best themes in Florida when it comes to an actual theme. What Danny has done at Miami Airsoft has really developed an inside field that makes you feel like that you're in a small town. They got a freaking airplane in there. They got the Everglades. They got the hut.
It's a super fun field.
Yeah. Wait, who made a SpeedQB field? Purdue. We still got a bunch of at the video. I haven't even touched my video from Centurion. So there's another field I heard about, but I haven't been to yet. That's somewhere in Orlando called Tac City. Has anybody been to that one yet?
It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, that closed down.
Oh, it did. Somebody was mentioning
Yeah,
it the other day.
a while ago.
Tac City used to be an indoor-outdoor field. It used to be an old Publix. From as far as I know, I never got to play at it, but it used to be there, and I still hear people talking about it. But as far as I know, like I've been to where apparently it used to be, and it's gone.
Okay.
There is no Tac City anymore. I've heard from a ton of people that they say it's closed, and I also hear people talking about it, so I don't really know.
Oh.
And was that the same thing as Combat City or whatever? Or?
No.
Combat
The one that's
City.
like the one that was like right behind my house.
Combat
Gunner.
City. Okay, so
Yeah.
so Combat City and Tac City. Are you when you say Tac City, is it like literally spelled out Tac City, or is it like Tac?
I thought
something,
Tac City
something?
was in California.
No, there's a. Oh Jesus!
They're saying that it's in Lakeland on the comments.
Oh,
Okay,
TAC.
that's
Okay, TAC. TAC.
that's-
Yeah. Tactical Airsoft compound. Yeah,
that one.
that one.
Yeah.
Hey, I had the tack right. Okay.
Yeah.
I
We went there
haven't
the
been
other
there
week
yet.
actually. That's
Ah.
it's a very so it's hard to explain field. They're all of their obstacles are old vehicles. Like all of everything is old vehicles for the most part. They have like buses, like old school buses and transport buses and RV, like not RVs, what's it called? Semi trucks and stuff. All of those, and they have old just normal cars and stuff all around. It's all cars. It's like an old junkyard kind of thing. It's really cool. It's nice.
All right, I just want to give a quick shout out. I just realized who Tactical Sheep is. 123. When I was at Battalion, I believe a couple of weeks ago, he was there playing with his dad, and the kid was running with us. I scared the bejeebus out of him. I ran up behind him, and he's all like this, and I go, "Bruh!" And he jumps like 5 feet in the air. It was freaking hilarious, and I was dead. Then he was on us. He was on our team when it was like 5 versus 15, and we still wrecked. I like wrecking sponsored teams. It's fun. So, all right. So TAC is then TAC is actually a really good field that we should make a suppose that I should probably go out to.
Yeah, TAC is a good field for.
No, he's saying
for
wrong
turning-
kid.
All right. Well then, screw you, Tactical. Now I don't know who the hell you are.
Yeah, TAC is a good field for anybody. There's speed soldiers who play there. There's militants who play there. There's a bunch of different. There's a variety.
Good comeback there, Daniel McKnight. I like it. There are Cass and since you moved to, there are some like Miami Airsoft is I believe the only indoor field in Miami. There are some outdoor fields out there that I've been to several
Matrix.
of them.
Matrix Tactical.
There's Matrix. I know they did some changes. I haven't been there. I won't touch right now Miami with a 10-foot pole because of the whole COVID thing.
So to go over that, they are.
See, he's coughing. You see that?
I literally have.
Right there.
This is my choking cough, not my COVID cough. I've already had COVID back in March. Thank you very much. So Miami Airsoft wasn't bad with all that because they do enforce the mask rule, and most people were staying away. Except I was whacking people with the frying pan. I hit one guy in the ass. Don't do that, Cass. That's contagious.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
Yeah, she got me doing it now. Oh, he was in He was at a Centurion game. He was a young kid. I remember him now.
Oh,
yeah, dude. We're still editing. I'm still editing with Michael with Assault. The videos. There's just so much stuff that I have to go through. Editing sucks, man. I'd rather pay somebody at this point.
that's one reason why I'm so good. I'm popular on TikTok because it's 1-minute videos. clip. I know, guys. Yes, I'm coughing because there's still a piece of rice in my lung. I could feel it.
But yes, Kat, there is a place called Matrix Tactical. It's an outdoor field. It's literally right next to a bunch of homes, residential area. But once you go into the actual field, the field split in two. You got like a really small CQB type, and then you got the actual field, the bigger side. But sometimes they merge them both together. It honestly, I see that field more as a practice ground more than anything. That's how I look.
And what is it? Tryhards play there quite a bit. I haven't been to Matrix yet. I do need to make the trip down there.
Yeah, I haven't been there either.
You'll be there. You'll go there. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll be in the area, so I'm probably gonna hit up all the ones like as soon as I get down there.
Well, there's only 2.
What about Hot Shots?
That's in West Palm Beach, and it's crap.
Oh, okay.
so-
I've heard that.
Palm Beach Airsoft
I used to live there.
Palm Beach Airsoft is supposedly supposed to open later on this year, but more than likely not till next year because of COVID. That one's going to be a 2-story indoor field that's themed around New York. So that should be kind of interesting. So we're looking forward to that. Hot Shots is actually a paintball field, and it's mostly paintball. So there is cheese everywhere. They do not clean up that field at all. It's kind of gross going out there. So if you have any sort of gear that you don't want to get your tactical gear to get messy, don't ever go to.
I used to. Hot Shots has been open for a very long time. I used to play there with a paintball team called a semi-pro paintball team called the Ejaculopes. Yeah, don't ask why the name, but that was just the name of them, the Ejaculopes. And paintball wise, yeah, it's decent. You know, they got the speed ball and the woods ball, and
they don't have. While they do have 19 acres there, they don't have scheduled games in certain areas, so it's pretty much up to the players to run and ref themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not the best field.
Night games are awesome there.
We're at
Hot Shots.
At Hot Shots?
Paintball night games? Oh, man.
This is an airsoft channel. We ain't talking about paintball.
Gosh, disgusting.
Oh, that's right. We don't want. Yeah. I'm sorry. Hey.
So Wasteland Ops, I played there once. Their field's kind of interesting because it's actually got some pretty serious elevation. There's like about a 15, 20-foot berm that goes up along the top, and they have so it's mostly woods ball. They did put in some like pillboxes around. Last time I was there, they were using tarp for walls on a lot of stuff, so their CQB side wasn't that great. And I believe that one's on like about 5 acres. It's sort of interesting to go into and find because you actually have to go through like a swap shop area to go to Wasteland Ops. So we did not have a positive experience there, not because of the field, but because of the game that was being run there, which was Clash in Crimea. And the admin allowed the players to break the field rules and shoot us in a safe area.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun at all.
Nope. And that's when we were up against Team Reload mode. Matt was the admin. So they felt they had they felt they had impunity. So those are all the fields I know of in Florida that are real good. There's in other words, there's much better options than going to Raptor. But if you guys really want to go to a couple other fields that are a little bit further of a drive, if you have never been to Stag, Southern Tactical Airsoft Games, you should really check out their field. That one's like 30 some odd acres. They do a safety brief for every single person that shows up, so there's no excuse not to know the rules. And they do a really good job of reffing and keeping things on point. But Cass, it looks like you're about ready to go to sleep.
Sorry, I was up early this morning and I went mountain biking with my friend, and then I just came back from a hike before I got here. So it was a long day of outdoor mosquito-ridden activities.
That's not a problem. Aiden, were you the one that was with me over by the gate? Because that was some messed up nonsense over at Wasteland Ops. So does anybody else have any other fields or any other shot? Shout out to Stampede Airsoft for their hard work of what they do.
Don't they have a field as well?
That's Holy Cows.
Holy Cows.
Okay, that is Holy Cows. All right.
Well, Kaz, whenever the boys, never mind. I guess I'll get with you after the video. I really want to play with DV8.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to you guys after the video. I have some stuff to tell you about that too.
All right.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ooh, spicy.
So spicy. Let's see. So, Clash in Crimea, for those that are asking, was on February 22nd.
Where's my dip?
Oh, Adian, I don't have you do me a favor and make sure you get in touch with me. Come get my damn gun. Which gun? Because I want my guns back. Damn it! I want my if you're Ethan, if you're talking about my
You're not
Goldie.
dipped. You just smell it.
I gotta go get my dip cup. Leave me alone.
I love dip.
Oh.
Aromatic.
I do. I like mint. I love mint.
Sorry. Continue, Mark.
No problem. Ethan, which gun are you talking about? Because I know that Benny just said he just got done with one of my guns. Yeah, the ARP-9 was not finished as per. You're talking about the PCC-9. The PCC-9's done, but not the ARP-9. Benny, I talked to Benny about him today. All right, so let's talk about something really cool, guys. If you guys have not heard about what we're doing with the Battle Bus, the Battle Bus is completely, totally, 100% awesome. So you might be seeing, wondering what the hell that image is behind everybody. That is, where is it?
Wow, Aiden, you used to be EOD, like legit.
No, he was EOD for Clash of Crimea. So this is Rose, our battle bus. Rose named after the Golden Girls because she's the last one alive. Betty White is immortal. And what we're doing is we're eliminating limitations in airsoft. So we actually got a full-on school bus that we're going to put 5 gun ports down each side, one turret up top because we only have one emergency hatch, and 2 out the back. The bus actually has a wheelchair lift, so people that have disabilities can be lifted up onto the bus and be able to play airsoft. And we're going to paint it Fortnite blue. So,
good.
Did you say Fortnite? Well, you know what? I got a solution for that. I have the power of the mute. So the battle bus should probably be close to being done if we work on it as fast as we think we're going to by the end of November. So hopefully we'll have it in time for Doomsday's event.
Yes.
Which that thing's going to be cool as hell.
Yes.
So, yeah, Aiden, no, let me give me my email real quick so you could find me. Or, yeah.
No, Mark, that'll definitely be awesome, and show people that everybody is like, even though our airsoft is already a very diverse sport, it'll bring even more people into it and attract a larger crowd. So it's very good that you're doing that, and it's not only just for you and your son; it's for a whole they're showing the community that there's more to offer than just people that are.
Wait a minute. Wait. If okay, so they're gonna go on the battle bus. Is there gonna be any portholes where we can shoot them? Or no?
No.
They get what? You're talking about a metal rolling juggernaut, and I can't kill it?
Okay, Enola Gate tag 67 underneath the bus. That's how you take out vehicles. Vehicle kills.
No. They want to play airsoft. They should get the full experience of getting shot with a BB.
Well, you can do that
on the side of the bus.
What?
Sticky grenades. Velcro on the side of the bus for sticky grenades.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw an Enola Gate. What is it? An EG 67, whatever it's called, it's inside the damn bus.
Yeah. No. So there's going to be some rules, right? I mean, when it comes down to it, first off, they're going to have. I got to figure out how we're going to be doing the gun ports, but pretty much it's going to be most event rules don't allow people to shoot inside of the vehicles now anyway, because if the driver gets hit in any way, shape, or form that disrupts their driving ability and somebody gets hurt, I mean, shit, Battery. Look what happened at Copan.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame the drivers. I blame the idiot that stood between 2 vehicles that while they could potentially be moving.
Exactly. So there's a couple of game modes that we already come up with for the battle bus. Is that it's actually a mobile command center. or a stationary command center that is a takeable objective. So as people are trying to storm the bus, if they can get, if like say green is on the bus and they notice a whole shit ton of tans coming in to take them out, they can hit a button that starts a 10-minute timer and it's burning all the intel. So if they can hold off for 10 minutes, the tan team, if they get on the bus, they don't score. They'll score points for obviously taking the objective, but not additional points for gaining the intel.
It's almost like a sabotage and get the bomb type game put together.
Exactly. So, and then at that point, now you have a mobile command center or a stationary command center that is pretty much going to have, well, there's the stoner we have for it right now, the one that we won from PewTubers Anonymous charity stream. So we're looking at getting a minigun for up top. Yeah, it's going to be sick.
But I still want to shoot the people inside the bus, though.
You don't need to shoot the people inside the bus.
Yes, I do.
Be a big man. You can throw the grenades underneath,
You can shoot.
just like every other event out
Hello.
there.
We have a 6-shot grenade launcher battery.
Okay, so if I happen to mount, if I can infiltrate the bus, can I kick him out of? No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. Can I roll him out of the bus?
That's so bad. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm a Marine, bro. Like, we do fucked up shit like that.
Well, the ultimate goal is that we're going to have a fleet of these. So we'll have one for green, one for tan. So that way, if we go out to an event, we could turn around and go, all right, we have command centers for each side. These things could also move. I mean, they don't go very fast.
Man, now I got to watch what I say when they're around. Ugh.
But yes, hype. You see the bus, you run. So that's going to be pretty. That's going to be pretty cool. And then also somebody donated a 2,000, or not somebody, Greg from Dead End Outfitters donated a 2,000 VW bug that we're going to turn into the battle bug.
That I do want to.
That's going to be awesome.
I want to be dressed like Mad Max with the football helmet and like a Jennifer Lopez, like one of those little braid ears and shit with spikes coming out.
So the idea for this one is that we're going to rip the hatch off,
Get jealous.
cut a box into the back, and like weld the box into the back. The top will flip up on top of the hood. That's where the have a rare earth magnet to hold the platform down where the minigun's positioned, and the back will come into a ramp. So then that way, someone in a wheelchair can be wheeled up into it, secured inside the spot. Back goes up. And then now they have the position to shoot, and they'll be covered on 3 sides.
Hey, has everybody here seen the movie Mad Max, like the newest one?
Like the Fury Road?
The guy where the guy goes, "What a day! What a
wonderful day!"
Oh, I'm so saying that on the battle bus.
Witness me!
Oh, I'm gonna watch that movie. I'm gonna take pictures of that guy's costume. I'm gonna do an exact replica of that.
You know, if you can get a minigun to run a tracer, I can just imagine what that will look at night.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't. It won't work.
no. How about where the box mag is? Put a light source in there, like a bunch of light sources in there, and just. I would go with the box mag.
Like 20, like put like 1200 lumina.
I'm talking about the strongest you can get in there. Yeah, you might lose some BBs, space on there, but that should light up the BBs for long enough to get out of the barrel and
that might actually work. Actually, I didn't even think about that. We'll do it right from there.
Hey, man. That's what I'm here for, baby.
We start talking about the cool stuff, and everybody starts leaving. They want to hear drama. Look at that. See, another one just left. All right, guys. Well, we've been on this for like 2 hours and 13 minutes. I think it's a good time to stop. I definitely want to thank everybody that came on and paid attention to us as we talked a little bit of negativity about a certain field that we won't mention anymore.
Spicy talk.
Not negativity, spiciness. There you go.
Spicy talk. Hey, we give as good as we get and then some. We definitely want to thank the people that have come onto the stream tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Thank Battery, totally awesome cast, aka Thumper. Gunner, thanks for coming in and talking to us about that. What really happened?
No problem.
Actually, before I go, I just want to say I would like to thank all my fellow veterans out there, all my brothers and sisters out there serving right now out there outside of the United States, and love you all. Stay safe. Come back home safe. All of us, we're all gonna get through this, this whole COVID-19 thing. And just remember, people, just because you disagree with somebody, you shouldn't get violent with them or banning them. Just look the other way and continue on with your life. They're not hurting you. They're not doing anything in your backyard, and that's it. What? Did he mute me?
No.
What?
Battery wants to shoot.
Recent comment.
Battery wants to, what? Who said? Yeah. They want the full goddamn experience. I'm gonna give them the goddamn experience. Yeah.
Piggybacking off of that, thank
It ain't
everybody
like
for
they're
that
gonna.
service.
It ain't like they're gonna fucking feel it.
No, Dick, my son's not paralyzed.
Well,
He
some
just
of them
can't move his
will.
legs.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about maybe some of the people that are gonna go there. They're probably trying to bottom down or from the bottom or from the top up. I mean,
And here's where the hate mail starts. Oh shit, my fucking email's up there.
you got somebody that wants to shoot disabled kids.
Oh my god. So thank everybody for coming on tonight. We're gonna probably do another one of the Battery wants to get us back to doing another one of these series and all that. I think it's a lot of fun having people come in. Hopefully next time we won't be talking about something negative and everything will be completely positive. So until next time, we can't wait
to be positive. I was trying to say thank you to all the veterans out there and everybody that helping all the first responders and everybody. But somebody wanted to put he wants to shoot disabled kids.
But you didn't deny it, so
Not only did he not deny it, he confirmed it and was enthusiastic about shooting disabled kids, saying they're not going to feel it. What a dick.
on this episode of May Bite Your Ass in the Future.
I have a Down syndrome brother and he's autistic. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
That's not the way that works. That's not how any of this works.
But, hey, I'm trying to put a raptor.
Because you're a brown woman being discriminated against.
I'm a brown man.
Stop harassing me.
I am half Hispanic and half Arab. I am fucked on both sides of the fence. It doesn't matter how you look at it. God damn it.
We should just spam her Facebook comments with your band.
No, that's spam, but I don't deny it.
How the hell you're coming to a forum, a public forum, and saying you're harassing me? No, I'm not on your thread, biatch.
It's not gonna
I don't know
go
if you
well,
guys
especially with Airsoft.
I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the Yelp page, but go through the Yelp reviews, and there's a section where they can hide them and stuff, and just read the hidden ones. They're comical.
Oh, I know. That's one reason why I don't trust Yelp. I don't trust the Better Business Bureau because you could pay to hide the negative reviews.
Yes,
however,
yes, you can pay for the BBB. Yes, you can.
Google and Facebook, you can't. So I highly encourage everybody to leave their honest review of what they think of Raptor Airsoft. I also encourage everybody, especially those that had negative reviews with Simple Airsoft, to please post your damn reviews.
Honestly, I think that goes for any business, I guess, not just those as well.
Wait a minute.
Just put that out there.
Joker, take that down. That's people are gonna only see Battery wants to shoot kids with disabilities.
Oh, it's been there for a while.
I know. We're all getting banned tonight. No, you're not, dude. I'm not. I got a thick skin, brother. Yeah,
I don't ban anybody. Yeah. I mean,
aren't we all banned though?
This the band club.
Band squad.
Oh, Daniel did say something about getting me some patches there, Cass. So
I can slide some.
Oh wait, perfect patch for when people say
him and his stupid patch thing.
Oh, here we go. Why not?
Anyways,
Yeah.
times 3 of trying to end the stream. Guys, thank you all for coming on. We'll talk about some more positive stuff in the future. This is from the Barracks. I am Joker from Players Wanted and Team Screech Dragon. That's Battery from.
One.
Wait, that way.
Yeah, I'm Battery One, guys, from Assault.
There we go. That's
Airsoft.
perspective.
Yeah.
I can't.
got-
God, jeez.
And you got Gunner.
Yeah, we got Gunner.
Yeah.
And Totally Awesome Cast, aka Thumper, from Echo 4, the band ref that started it all. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, we'll see you on the field. Good night.
Take care, guys.